That's like combining chav, cockney.
I love Bravna.
I didn't get that in. I went live just after the abomination of Josiah doing a British impression, sadly.
Oh, chat, you missed out.
That's gonna be a euphemism for
I do love combining words uselessly, so Bravna may have to stay around for a while. Hello and welcome to Jarviskjir Everhold.
Oh god, it's catching!
We're here.
It's already infected chat.
Yeah, well, that's Shelby.
I did it.
Really chav.
We're here! That's really it. I don't...
God, no, we've given Neil the power!
I was thinking that that is a Neil word, because it's in the spirit of what he was like, Boiver.
I have never heard Neil say it, and yet I can hear Neil saying it.
End the stream. We can't do this.
This is my gift to you.
This is why Neil and Josiah can't be in the same place at the same time. Okay. Well, why don't we get out of this chaos and into the snow? Huh? Right? Because I ain't got anything to talk about before the show starts. What a mild meme we have over there. All the cameras are wrong. Rip. Okay, while I fix that,
this week.
they are wrong.
Hey, I'm Donneruvian. Yes.
Rubian.
Dwarvish hell.
Dissertation hell.
Oh. I see.
The fourth member of our party.
We already have 4 members.
Yes. Even more confusing, huh?
I'm sorry.
So, we're continuing exactly where we left off last time. You are in the middle of a battle. Not even battling the mind flayers you believe to be in control of Gemtodur. You're fighting the hobgoblin mercenaries hired to protect them. And they are doing really, really well. They are defending from pretty much all the siege, even though you have taken down some goblins. Gemtodur itself stays untroubled. So it's time for goblin. Is there anything we need to do beforehand? I'm kind of going fast into the wind here, but I feel like
I don't think so.
We don't stand a chance any other way.
I do actually have a question for you.
Oh fuck.
How does lay on hands interact with like massive combat units?
The same as everything else does. You don't think about it, and it just
Great.
works as it does.
Thinking
same.
ceased.
Yeah,
Copy.
it's the rules are the same aside from ranges. It's the only thing that's different.
Yeah, and it like is a minute, so it's like a minute of being like, bless you.
Yes, you're giving a bunch of people lots of little touches.
Yeah,
and it adds up, right? Lots of little touch. Okay, let me actually get up the rules for the battle system so I'm not completely high and dry. And we can begin with my turn. Great. I can't even pass the ball off. So, to describe what has been happening in this battle so far, you had your elves keep high in the mountains and use long-ranged attacks, but the hobgoblins sieging within, like, doing a siege defense inside their camp have been impenetrable, pretty much, right now. You have done some damage to them with spells and stuff, but they, and especially the commander, whose name is Quillbar, are doing pretty well. They fully fortified him with their shields and stuff. So, with that in mind, I'm going to roll an attack against Donneruvian. 2, actually. Donna, what's your AC?
My AC is
30?
17.
What a difference! You know, if it was 14 and you were saying 13, I'd understand that one. I think that
I think that was
Cassio.
Cassio.
You are going to get hit by Quillbar. Quillbar is going to kind of step up, almost jumping on the shields of his goblins to make a strike at you with his long sword. He actually deals less damage than it says in the stat block because he's using a long sword, not a double-handed greatsword. So it's going to deal 5 damage, and then he is going to use his martial advantage to deal a further 10 damage. So that's going to be 15 damage altogether. Yeah, he's going to come down, do a flurry of attacks that you're unable to dodge and deflect, and then even try to make another attack off on you. It's when you kind of get to the rhythm of fighting him one-on-one, and you are a way better person at sort of dancing that dance one-on-one, that he's like, takes a defensive stance and backs up into the line of his units that kind of put their shields in the way of him, and he gets back within the fort. I was waiting until someone called him Quilby. Luckily, it had been a moment. It's actually the Wood Elf Scout's turn.
I'm assuming we want them to maybe start attacking, like, these guys that are out in the open.
Those hobgoblins that are running to position from their northern camp, yes.
Alright.
Can they get closer at all to not have disadvantage?
Did you just sneeze and say the word douche?
That was the natural sneeze. I never culture my sneezes. They are natural sneezes. I never edit my sneezes. They are coming to you as the world intended.
That was a natural.
Coming to you live.
It was. They're coming to you live.
To answer your question, no.
You could start moving. You could start moving them up to this sort of position, though. Up above
Yeah, I
the
think
city.
that's kind of the play.
It is cancelled out by
I think we should move them a little bit closer.
So let's do a couple attack rolls.
By the way, are they on a cliff?
They are up. So if you imagine that, like, this is almost like the valley, and then there's Gemtodur there built like out of the side of it. They are up on the cliff sides, yes, but there's enough comfortable spaces for them to walk around.
Those are their 2 attacks.
The second one hits.
Great.
Yay.
9 damage.
9 damage is exactly how much HP the goblins in the camp have. So, from their position, while Quillbar is off doing his whole flourish sort of thing, a rain of arrows are landing down, and it's taken a bit of time for the elves to get their shots to hit true, but they are just arrows just to the chest, taking each goblin out one at a time. Quillbar is still alone there in the camp, but obviously, you know, rethinking his position right now.
Surrounded by bodies, just like.
Yeah, surrounded by bodies. But he still has a defensive bonus for being in the camp, so maybe it'll be worth staying. Vilnora. That's right. No time for tea yet. Or coffee. Who knows?
It's a Milo. Long-lasting energy.
Oh, what? It's drugs?
That's fine, man.
Can I cast... I'm thinking of casting Frostbite, getting closer and casting Frostbite on the dude in the camp.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I think I have to go...
Yeah, I think you have to get a little closer.
Yeah. Yeah, I need to get to 60 feet. I'll do this. And then...
You can get there.
2, 3, 4. I think that's right. Yes.
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
Right.
As the mage crow flies, yes. They are going to fail, so they're going to take that damage. More importantly,
They get disadvantage on the next attack.
Disadvantage on the next attack. Okay. Knowing that,
those guys are gonna go into the camp.
knowing that, Donna. Oh, that's a good point. You were aiming at these guys, weren't you? Not the guys.
I was, but
oh.
I didn't want to interrupt your narrative flow.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was aiming
you're
at those
right.
guys.
These
Which
guys
is why I was surprised the first attack didn't hit.
Yes.
Okay.
In which case,
I
these
was
guys We have to rewind time a little bit.
That
By a little bit, a
plays into
lot.
what I wanted to do.
I know, it was very convenient, which is probably why I made it happen. Why don't you roll for that first hit, which would have hit?
So 5.
Okay, so...
And then if that
right
doesn't, does
No,
that kill them?
It does, yeah.
Okay, then the second one would. Okay, cool.
Exactly right. Instead of the camp going down... Oh, wouldn't that have been a nice world? But it's not the world we live in.
So if that happened, if that's actually what happened, I wasn't planning on doing Frostbite originally.
No. Yes.
If
Rewind. We got a full rewind here.
I was planning on doing Shatter.
Oh yes.
On the two
Kind of in the same place. Okay.
people there. And
it's going to be passes all around, but they still take half damage.
bear with me for a second because I don't like that damage.
Oh. So allow me to properly, explain that instead of that happening, it's the archers take out the hobgoblins who are about to reinforce that camp. While they are out in the open, defenseless, their shields do nothing.
So I will use a sorcery point.
Yeah.
To re-roll the 2 1s that I got.
Yeah.
So I think it's.
Oh yeah,
Watch
you did
left
get 2 1s.
Roll
5 and a 1 and a 1.
2d8.
Yes.
Did I get that right?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So that went from 7 to 20. They still both passed, but in a pure act of fate, that is still strong enough to slay the goblins within the camp.
Yeah, and also and damage the leader as well, which is what I
Exactly.
wanted. It's a 2 for 1 deal.
It's a 2 for 1. The timeline has been restored
Yeah.
I like
with a
this.
bonus. So with that, Donna.
Well, I'm still going to just call out to Quilby and say, it's not too late. I still want to entreat him to reason.
Yeah. I think a persuasion is fitting.
Ooh. That 1 was so close.
One day,
been so
Zoe,
much worse.
you should make a character that's like very persuasive and good at it.
Wow, thanks.
So you can use this technique.
I don't
But
know.
that's-
Maybe
That's
I'll
only your bonus action, so
to control luck as well.
Hmm.
I mean, it's almost like we had a stocky character that died anyway.
Yeah, but he wasn't persuasive.
he was incredibly bad at persuasion.
Worse for you.
Yeah.
And the one that was good at persuasion lived.
What would you like to do? That's only a bonus action.
Well,
So you could still do one of your attacks.
I'm gonna try and entreat and stab.
Yep. No.
It's not too late. Ugh.
Needless to say, not as successful as you wished it was.
Are you sick of me rolling for you already?
That explains it. Ian was rolling those. The hobgoblin commander of the mercenaries still remains in his defensive position within the camp, moving around too quickly for you to get a strike upon him that lands true. Dwarves. Dwarves!
Go fuck up these goblins.
They're fighting the gobs.
Yeah.
They are 1 hit point away from disbanding as well. They're morale breaking, just as an FYI.
So hit the gobs.
They aren't. You might have been
They're
thinking
there.
about the last ones that died. These ones are
I think she
full
meant
health.
the
unhurt.
dwarves.
Oh, the
Our
dwarves.
dwarves
Yes.
are 1 hit point away from happy to make
dwarves
a
are.
Yeah, the
morale check.
dwarves.
Why would I care about the dwarves? I'm playing the goblins.
Like that's why I said I care. That's why I care about.
I
the
know, it makes sense now.
Oh,
That's going to be a miss.
Okay. Then that's them.
Excellent. Another... I think this happened the first time as well. The dwarves versus the goblins, and it's... Despite being, like, nemesis of each other, it's a fair stalemate between the speed and tricksiness of the goblins dashing around the field and the slow, begrudging pace of the dwarven warriors. There are no more regular hobgoblins on the map, so we don't need to worry about them. Unless they get risen from the dead or something.
Don't even joke.
That's probably not a joke.
No.
Goblins. There are 2 units of goblins there, trying to get the jump on the dwarves. Yeah, I think they'd kind of stay here and keep fighting for a bit, which means it's going to be 2 shanking attacks, neither of which are effective. Again, dwarves versus goblins, somehow a complete stalemate every time. And in their very goblinish way, this is almost a bit of misdirection, and they are going to use their bonus action, Nimble Escape Disengage, and flood into the camp to support Quillbar. It's hard as hell to make it actually look like that, but the goblins are going to flood into the back of the camp, leaping over the barricades, palisades, and things under the yelling command of Quillbar, who almost sounds like he's being nice to the lesser goblins for a little moment there as they come to support, for returning to give them yells of command. Sidian.
Alright. I think this is the perfect opportunity to use this spell, which I've been waiting for since you told me it existed. So,
Oh, yes.
Basically what happens here is I'm going to bonus action remove myself from this unit
Yes.
and move here. And it's one of those things where, like, as menacingly as possible, Sidian just has his maul in hand and just starts, like, beelining it towards the camp. Not even, like, running, just plodding along. And is doing some type of, like, chant almost in primordial in this, like, deep rumbling kind of voice. And the maul is going to start to just, like, gather light, as it often does when these kind of things happen. And I'm going to cast... Right? I'm going to cast Hammer Down, which is a Jarviskjir spell in the camp with my hammer. Which means that they all get knocked 10 feet into the air and fall prone.
That sounds like fun.
Yeah.
Hey, that's great.
Awesome. They take very little damage from this, but they are all knocked prone, which is super valuable and powerful. Maybe I realized in looking at it in the context of a game that there should probably be some kind of saving throw involved, but apparently past Ollie didn't do that, so there isn't right now.
We'll send it to R&D.
Yeah. Can't even blame anyone but my own dang self. But yes, super effective. The wave of energy swooshes through the camp, sending everyone up on their ass.
It's that kind of day.
What about your boys?
And then they're going to come in swinging behind me.
They have advantage.
Fireflails. Lots. I guess it's worth saying who they're attacking. They're going to attack the goblins just to try to eliminate them.
Can't target solos anyway if they're part of
Right.
So.
That is going to just about be a hit. No, it's not. They're in a camp. Haha, yes. Just by 1 you miss out there.
I think. Yes. Cool. And that is them.
Okay. Therese, who is a character in this game?
She is. Therese is going to walk round here and then is going to use Word of Radiance.
What is that word?
Well, you know, it's in... it's holy prayers.
Of course it's a holy prayer. It's just a word in Imperial.
Exactly. You know, you as a stinking elf cannot understand the true majesty of the Imperial tongue, brought
love
by
the idea-
Pyth across the seas.
I just love this. The camp is just surrounded on three sides by Donarubian, Sidian, and Trees. Just all of us moving in. Trees just whispers a word, and like there's a sort of warm glow of light just emanates from her, and a few nearby goblins just like are hit by it, and almost like more like their souls as if their bodies and everything else just go. Burr.
Well, unfortunately for you, the goblins, because as they see their save, Quillbar failed.
Okay.
Whoa.
So he's shaken by it. You did the foolish thing of describing how the damage was dealt before I told you the damage.
It's
but still.
it's a horde of goblins. I'm sure I can like pretend one of them died.
Whatever makes you feel better, mate. Now, I think Quillbar is more scared of that than of the rest of the situation. You know, Quillbar's kind of standing on a higher position here, their equipment upturned, and seeing and feeling the shaking nature of the holy magic actually puts a little bit of, you could say, the fear of God in him. And so he's going to come down on Therese. What's your armor class?
It is 18.
Are you willing to accept a 7?
No.
Okay. He has 2 attacks. No, he is. He's starting to shake himself right now. He does come down into a position where he can kind of get at you, but he doesn't take as much of a risk as he did when he was attacking Donaruvian and really coming out of the defenses. It turns out he's more sort of like yelling at the goblins to defend him better than anything else right now, which is not leading to effective attacks. He does, of course, get up though.
Therese has a very battered shield and a heavy set of chain for a reason.
Elven Scouts, what's up?
Elven Scouts, that's
I imagine they're probably just going to start helping the camp again.
Are there any other targets on the field?
Not right
You
now.
can see.
Okay, awesome.
Do it. Oh, there we go.
The second one is a hit.
Excellent. 9 damage.
That is not a kill, but it is enough to make them need a morale check. DC 10
yeah.
Wisdom saving throw.
It sucks to be a goblin right now. Like, they're surrounded.
It sucks to be a goblin, full stop.
Well, then they shouldn't have been born goblins.
You know what? You're right.
Whoa! They're gonna
That's
pass
on
their
them.
morale check though. There's some who look to flee and they just sort of like look to flee, and there's like no way to flee, and then there's Squirrel being like, "Get back in formation, maggots!" Like, they're not getting out of this situation. It's fight or die. Vilnora,
Oh, hey.
which one would you do?
Frostbite.
They're gonna pass.
So no damage, I believe. So
Not a thing.
That's okay. Hey. I have nothing else to contribute. Please move on to the next person.
Donaruvian, how will you contribute to society?
On a control or
Stabby, stabby.
Stabby, stabby. With advantage because of Therese.
Yeah, and the goblins are down as well.
Yeah, which is partly why I did that.
Yeah.
Doy.
You get into the camp and you start cutting down the goblins who are rallying, who are the opposite of rallying, fleeing, routing That's the word. I knew it was similar. Who are down and I don't imagine you'd murder every single goblin, because why would you? But leaving just Quillbar again alone in the camp.
Do you want to stab Quillbar?
Stab Quillbar.
Okay, we're stabbing Quillbar.
It's like Ian is the mech and Zoe is the pilot right now. And the mech has 2 swords.
Damn.
Yeah, that's really good. You can finally get that proper clash of Quillbar as he's trying to keep everything together. You can get the, you know, shank in the back. He's still fighting though. Dwarfs.
Where?
I mean,
Dwarfs.
this is the logical thing to do, right?
That's a hit.
Excellente. Jeez.
I'm sorry, that's... yeah, cool. That was massive damage, actually. That's massive damage. Quillbar is still up, but, you know, it's not going to be long until he goes down. You know?
Yeah.
He's struggling. Alright, I need to check something real quick. Okay.
Way too much fun in chat.
Shelby. Hello.
Oh no. Oh hi.
Hey. Can you roll for me? I need to get the chart I need.
D1000.
No, it's not the D10,000. Can you roll for me a D20?
Just a D20?
Just a single D20. Okay. Looks like there's some cloud cover as the sun's starting to go down, but you've still got quite a lot of sun right now for the rest of the battle.
Okay.
There's no more goblins. There is Sidian.
I am going to go attack man. With my maul.
That's a hit. Oh! That's an unreasonable amount of damage, honestly. That's brutal. That's brutal. How do you bring Quillbar down? In his last
okay,
defense?
yeah.
What do you expect dealing 16 damage when I'm describing him like...
Fair enough. Yeah, I mean, honestly, no, I don't. I'm not gonna do non-lethal to him. I know that he will appreciate that. I'm just gonna kill him. I'm just going to approach him again. This is like from last turn when I knocked all these dudes down with that spell. This is just started the same like march. I just walk up to him, fighting the dwarves, give him a knowing look, like, yeah, well, sometimes it do be like that. And I just smash him with the fucking maul and send him tumbling down the pile of goblin bodies.
Final words he heard were, sometimes it do be like that.
That's what I hoped.
Yeah, this camp is filled with the dead now. But now the next step of the battle goes forward. Sieging the actual entryways to the keep.
Is there a short rest opportunity, or are we just going straight in?
Now, that is actually a thing you could do. You could go, let's actually take a short rest and bandage up our injured and things. Your soldiers won't be able to get that benefit, but you could cast healing spells on them and stuff.
So how are all of you guys doing in terms of
I lost 15
wounds?
points, I think.
You're still pretty good.
I-
at it.
I am untouched, I think.
Therese is
Damn.
untouched.
Untouched.
It's
Well,
Donaruvian
la-di-da!
and the dwarves took some damage. Other than that, I can heal up our dwarves a little
Now
bit.
you do know, assumedly, unless Black Threat surrenders, you're only going to be able to bring in your squad into like his chambers because you've been in them. You know, you can't bring an entire platoon in there. You might have to fight through Gemtodur, but like in the end, it is going to be just lads on tour.
Yep.
That's okay.
I mean, I think if we're going to take an opportunity to short rest, it should probably be now.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
All right, so take that defensive moment. Okay,
Yeah.
excellent.
I was thinking if we're not taking everyone in, is there the opposite side of the tunnel where we could put some of the platoon in case people go out the other way? Because didn't you mention there was a exit to the tunnel on the other side?
What tunnel?
You mean the entrance to the underground of Gemtodur?
Yeah.
I mean,
You mean
you-
Sata's thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, Sarza got out
haven't-
somehow.
We haven't found
You
that.
don't know how.
Okay.
Although during my short rest, I think
could do
I
that
will
instead.
take the time
Mhm.
to have
Okay.
a look.
So you are taking a short rest. Feel free to start rolling
if
that.
we are.
I feel like you've pretty much decided you are right now, right?
I
Okay. Let me pause the battle music as you are resting.
Rest music, please.
Why don't you give me an
Yeah.
investigation check instead of doing healing or recovering anything?
Well, I can't recover anything, so. I don't think I could actually get the required DC. I don't think. Anyways. No.
Well, maybe if you roll higher than 5.
Yeah.
But
You
also,
know
you're
what,
looking for a entryway into on cliff sides and mountains when it's snowing. This is going to be incredibly difficult. You still don't find anything like that. But I mean, your thought process being, if you can't find anything like that, why would anyone else be able to find anything like that, right?
Yeah.
enough.
Are the elves gonna stay up there?
I imagine we'll want them because these are both staircases going down, right? So I imagine we'll probably actually want them like on the roof of this building, maybe,
Yeah.
so that they can actually kind of like see down to an extent.
Hmm. So
And-
these forts have windows that could be shot into. It would be like, if you thought that AC bonus is rough, this
Yeah.
AC bonus is good. But also, there's these aren't soldiers inside. Really, it's a kind of take it by force sitch. But that's totally an idea if you want to put them on the roof, or is it this roof? Whichever.
Because having them there puts them 150 feet away exactly from both of those spaces, actually. So they won't get the distance disadvantage, at least.
Mhm.
I'm going to heal up our dwarves a little bit. I'm going to give them 5 points of lay on hands.
Okay. As you take these rests, the sun sets, and night falls upon the valley. Still enough light to see by quite easily. It may even be a moon day. I
So
don't
I'm-
know.
I imagine we probably want to put the dwarves like here and these guys like here.
Are we gonna go?
I think if you actually start deploying like that, you're gonna be taking attacks before your guys are ready, right?
Oh yeah, I'm more so using this as just like positioning.
Yeah, you definitely can't deploy in front of your objective on this
No,
battle.
for sure. But like this is where we ultimately want to end up, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Okay, cool.
probably 2 split the party in half and half from go one side, half the other, or are we sticking together?
I think that makes sense to do 2 and 2.
I'm just wondering, will Shatter destroy doors and stuff?
Yeah.
Fantastic. So hopefully I'll just be able to
Yeah.
destroy.
I could never find that. There is somewhere in D&D 5e a chart of common objects and their healths, but
But yeah, hopefully I'll be able to just bust down one of the doors and with Shatter and maybe people on the other side. Okay, so
Yeah.
we're sieging Gemtodur, and I think we want for dwarves, we'd like to knock them unconscious, and then for anything else, murder time.
Yeah.
Sorry, I thought that sounded a lot like you making a diary entry. So
Yeah.
it kind of did,
No.
yeah.
No, I'm sorry. I'm just reiterating the plan, and
it was
that's
very
what.
sweet. I could imagine her just being like,
Dear mom,
oh,
it's
no.
murder time.
It's time for the big murder.
Oof.
I
the kids
killed
say.
so many people today,
Oof.
and it will continue through to the night. Love,
You always wanted.
you encouraged me to do this.
I learned it by watching you.
I hope you're proud of me.
If not, you will be.
Gross.
Oh god. So yeah, no, all my questions are answered and I'm ready. Is there is everyone else?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. In which case, roll initiative. Let me just clear off the dead from the battlefield for a hot second. Just clean the dead off the streets.
Well, my initiative got better by 1.
Yay.
I don't think
Bad rolls
I
for Ollie.
clicked my token.
Windy.
Alright. Shloop, 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 shloop.
Oh, they look so cute. They're not threatening.
They're not threatening! These are the commoners in the tower. Okay.
We can't hurt the round commoners.
They're so round.
They're so
It's like when you
rounded.
draw Pokemon. The rounder they are, the cuter they are. Yours is
Oh.
all shapes.
By the way, so we're splitting off into pairs. Who's going with who?
Okay.
Well, they're both already on the right side, so if you want to come with me, then that's probably...
That's almost purely because I have control of both of us.
I was thinking like Donna Rubian trusts no one.
Buddy system. Yeah.
Tried
Don-
and true.
Donovan trusts no one, but Trees wants to try and make sure Donovan doesn't die needlessly.
Excelente.
Yeah.
Okay. Ba-ba-da-ba, and I need you. Okay. It's actually the common folk first, who you now that you've sort of set up, and you can see the torchlight
sorry.
within.
I actually got a 22 on initiative, but
Well, it's not on the thing.
that was my initiative from last time. Should I?
You're not
just
even
roll
on the
my
thing.
initiative?
No, that's fine. It's just
You get a 20
Yeah,
on
you
initiative,
did
yeah.
say it. I just thought you fixed it yourself. Okay,
I
you're
didn't.
first.
I don't know
then.
how.
Okay.
That's okay. That's
I
why
will
we have
accept
Ollie.
this. Yeah, I'll just do everything. It's
Ollie
fine.
Ollie oxen free.
No, I am not free. I am a slave to content.
Nor am I oxen.
Well,
Oh no.
Vilnora, what would you like to do?
So I'm going to go with the plan.
Oh
and,
no!
Try and break one of these doors with shatter. If there is a door, right?
So it's because it's a little more complicated than that. 'Cause it is a dwarven entryway to a fortress, right? It's not inherently it's secure. So there is the stairwell down, several layers of gate and portcullis, right, which we can simplify to being a door, and then above that is kind of the fort where people can drop stuff down, which is clearly connected. So yes, there would be a door. Feel free.
Yeah. But the thing is, if I stay there, that I'm prime positioned to be dead next turn. And just bear with me. I'm looking at my options.
Your sock options.
I apologize. I'm not very.
Okay.
So, the door is like right where the dwarf is, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think I'd prefer to get behind here, instead of go all the way in front. Oh wait, no. This house.
What are we doing? What's going on?
I'm so sorry.
I think you're overthinking things. What are you doing?
I think I am.
Are you casting shadow on the door?
I'll cast shadow on the door. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Okay. I think that's a good choice.
Yes.
I'm proud
It
of
is
you.
also the plan.
There we go. I pressed the button.
Hey, we had a plan.
Yeah, we got to wait, for it to get all the way over here first. Okay. That nearly brings the door down, actually. And again, there's a series of gates and things, the outside buckles and splinters and breaks.
I'll also use a bonus action to turn a first level spell slot into a point.
But the doorway itself is not completely open. It only has, a couple of HP points remaining, right? So it really would be easy for someone to break open now.
Awesome.
You're gonna have things thrown at you.
Yeah.
Yep. But it is literally things thrown at you. These are common folk. This isn't crossbow. This is rocks and bottles and chunks of craft and stuff. And so it's going to deal. What a good damage roll. This is going to be a 1 damage.
Ah. Okay.
You're just pelted with objects.
Tomatoes, potatoes, peas. Warriors. Dwarf warriors.
No, Underrealm, what do you want the warriors to do?
I'm torn between them staying at the entrance as like backup and not crowding. What do you guys think? I think that's sensible.
Or they can go knock knock on the door.
I don't want them to all die.
There, they can say those back up.
I mean, they're good at longbows, right?
No, the dwarf warriors, not scouts.
Never
Opposite.
mind. Yeah, the dwarf warriors go.
Dwarf warriors go knock knock. With their warhammers.
You have to go
Who's there?
around this tile with the house on it, or is it?
No, it's difficult terrain, but that's fine. You'll just
Okay.
have to chunk it. They can hardcore parkour through the house and then.
They
come
can
out.
get here with their movement.
Dwarves.
Then they should probably just take a defensive action, eh?
Yeah.
The dodge.
get those shields up. And
Donna.
are you moving with them, or are you not part of the unit or whatever?
Yes, that's a good question. Are you part of that unit,
Yeah.
or in which case you would
I
have?
think that's a good idea.
Moving with them.
Yeah. That's like cheating.
No,
Where I
it's...
get to move.
It counts as your move.
it counts as your movement. You can't move again if that happens. So. You're kind of sacrificing movement to move with them because they're slower than you. I mean, everyone is, but...
Alright, be cautious, I'll say. I am.
Has there been a gas leak in 5 separate places? What's happening right now?
Yep.
Okay. Sure. Are you going to do anything on your turn, Donoruvian?
I guess we're just creeping forwards, right? Those entrances are open.
Well, then you're not close enough to do anything without splitting off from them.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. I end my
Can
turn.
inspire
I put
them
my
or
card
something.
into defense mode. I've never played that game.
Okay.
You can
good.
inspire them with your action if you want to.
I'm a little bit afraid to roll anything.
Worst thing that happens is nothing happens, right?
Sure.
What would that roll be?
That
Persuasion
is
or
intimidation.
Yeah.
It's persuasion or intimidation.
All right, and we learned that you're the angry drill sergeant.
Are you gonna give a defense bonus or an effect?
Neither.
Neither. I think before we get to Sidian, who has a higher initiative roll than Donna, but is lower on the order somehow.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Everything is wrong now. I'm so tilted. It's time for a break, so I can rant at the moon, at the stars. We'll be back in a bit, and I'll be madder than ever.